Next we will see what is inheritance, then how to inherit properties from base class to derived class, then what is method overriding during inheritance, and what is the use of super keyword in the derived class function. Before that, we need to understand what is inheritance. Inheritance is nothing but a class acquiring properties, that is variables and methods from another class. So for example, let's say we have a class A and variable 1 and method 1. In case class B is inheriting from class A, then it need not have the variable 1 method 1 defined in class B. Since it is inheriting, this variable 1 and method 1 will automatically have a copy here in class B. So class B is set to get or acquire the properties of like both variable and method from class A, since it is inheriting. This extends is the keyword that used to represent that this class B is inheriting from class A. We can see an example for this. So we have a class named person and a constructor inside that and another function inside that. Let's say we also have a variable like now I am going to create another class person A extends person. That's it. I have simply created an empty class and extended this class person to person A. So this person is going to be a parent class or main class, and this person A is going to be child class or derived class. Now we will see the inherited properties of person A. See, the output is hello world. Let us see the explanation now. Hello world is there only in one line in this page. It is in the 8th line, which is this greet function. But it is to be noted that I have created object for person A and I have called object 1, that is object of person A dot greet of. But when you see, is there any function called greet inside this person A, which means no. This clearly makes us understand that when a class extends another class, functions and variables will be inherited to this class, to the child class. So I can straight away extend the class and I can straight away use the parent class function inside the derived class using derived class object. This is first basic example for inheritance. We can also write own constructor for derived class also, name comma age comma city. Fine. Now in this case we have constructor in both base class and derived class. If I give two parameters, then it will straight away call the base class. If I give three parameters, then it will call the derived class. That is the difference. So when you write a constructor for derived class, you must call the constructor of the base class also. That is the error throwing before. Here comes the super keyword. The super keyword is used to represent or call the base class function, base class constructor. Now the last part of video is method overriding. So method overriding is nothing but I have a function in base class and I have derived that base class to person a class, which means this greet will be by default present here. So when I call this object on dot greet, I will get this hello world output. But when I call derived class greet, I need a different console statement or different output. And when I call base class greet, I need different output. How can I do that? There is something called overriding. Redefining base class function in the derived class is called overriding. I will do that. Very simple. Right now we have greet in both base class and derived class. What we will do is we will create object for base class also. So remember, base class have only two parameters. So I have created base class and derived class inherits from base class. Then greet function is there in both in base class and derived class, which means we are overriding this greet function from base class to derived class. Now if we run this output, let's make this object as second because we are calling the base class first now and derived class second. Let's see, greet from the specific classes is properly called and the console logs are printed. We will just remove this console statement. This is confusing now. Right. See, hello world from base class and hello world from derived class, which means we have created object for base class and called object 2, that is base class object 2 dot greet. So I am getting proper base class function output. And second, the derived class object and derived class greet is overridden from base class. So you will not have this console statement when you call derived class object. Instead of that, you will get this statement. So this is how you can inherit properties from base class to derived class. And use of the super keyword, that is to call base class function, base class constructor. Then again overriding, uh, redefining base class function in the derived class is overriding.